Here's people, I am 30 and welcome back to Return of Caesar here in Crusader Kings 3. Playing as Caesar, the Bloodfather, but he looks a bit sick and he also looks like he's, well, brought in from the street, and that's something that we have to change. I might only be 14 years old, but I do need the right things and the right hair, of course. And that's of course gonna go away when we are no longer ill. We do have this little problem though of an independence war going on, and I looked at it and I saw if we lose this thing, all of these people becomes independent. And you can see here, that's basically half of my empire that becomes independent if I lose this war, which of course would be a big setback for us, and I do not want that to happen. I kinda regret giving so much land to Andalusia now, seeing how strong he is himself. That's maybe something that we have to rectify if we win this thing. But we do of course have this other faction also going on, which will fire off very soon. That's only a crown authority one, and we are at the highest crown authorities. I might actually have to give in that one, just to not risk having this other faction fire off, because that's basically the rest of my empire. The part of my empire that hasn't revolted yet, that's basically it. And I needed their troops to be able to deal with this one, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. And what I need to do, I need to focus on the war leader, which of course is Andalusia. So Rex Germanus, the fat one. He is really fat and he likes to drink. Hopefully he's gonna die soon. He's probably gonna die soon. So he's gonna have some problems at home instead. But I'm gonna try and raise my troops here in Maghut, or Tahut, or Maghreb, because they're actually still on my side. And then I'm gonna try and siege down Andalusia to make sure I need to make sure I can out siege them. That's the thing. If I siege them down quick enough to get 30% before they're able to siege down Roma, which will take a little while because Roma has a big size. Why is it not reinforcing the garrison for some reason? But it's kind of hard to siege down because of the Aurelian walls, which is a good thing. It's not as hard to siege down as Constantinople with the Theodosian walls, of course, but still. They're probably going to try and siege down Constantinople as well. But I do think we should be able to deal with this thing. So I'm going to let him organize levy. It's going to help out with reinforcing those things. And I do have no spouse. I do know that is the case, of course. But hopefully we can raise enough troops. I do have some money, not as much as I would like to, but my income is actually really strong, so that's something. So it's gonna go down, of course, now when I raise my troops, but I do need to potentially raise some, if I can find the word, some mercenaries, if I could afford them, that's the thing. And I probably need to raise every single level that I have to be able to siege them down quick enough to win this thing. That's the Andalusian army. That's the biggest chunk of my opponent. As we can see, they have 82,000 troops. That's a lot. And trying to siege me down, so far they haven't gone for my capital, and they do have to basically get the troops together, and they're very spread out, as we can see. It's gonna take a little while, but seeing as they're going by sea, it's actually going a bit quicker than it would otherwise. Okay, those guys, we're gonna need you to start sieging him down. Meaning I need a good commander, and I think that's the other faction. So I guess I think I have to give in to this one, because otherwise I don't think we're gonna win this thing. Because that's gonna be a big chunk of my levy which disappears. Because this is basically, they're very strong. This is basically the rest of my empire. I have to give in. It's not a big thing. So I give in to that one. We get high crown authority instead of absolute. I actually cannot support these troops, that's the problem as well. And I do need to have everyone raised. The only good thing is that I have really good siege equipment, meaning I will be able to siege them down incredibly quickly. What is the war target? Is it like his capital or something? Is that a reason why? Because I'm trying to get my way. What I actually am gonna do, I want to get there as quickly as possible. I'm gonna go by sea, and I'm gonna land. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to land here. No, I'm gonna land. Where can I land? Without actually feeling... No, stop it. I want to go at sea. I want to get as close as possible. No, stop it. That's what I want to do. I don't want to spend time sieging down unimportant things. That's actually a lot of money though. Okay, they're still not sieging down my capital. That's the main thing. Because if they did that, I would be in big trouble. Because I'm still a child, meaning it's going to be easy for them to capture me. And I, of course, don't want that to happen. Now, 6 months? You're having a laugh. I think that's going to be a bit quicker, though. I did lose a lot of troops. That's only 3 months. Because I need to get my way towards Andalusia's capital. Otherwise, I'm not going to win this thing. That isn't huge taking war score, by the way. And I cannot lose this thing, because if I lose this independence war, we lose half of the empire. And that's not really something that I envision being a good thing. Obviously, that's not a good thing. I don't really know what I need to siege down, though, to actually get that taking war score thing going away. That's the thing. I'm gonna go here, though, so I can get towards his capital. We did lose 1 siege. We're gonna start losing more of them, and we did. They are not the important sieges, though, so I don't really know why they're actually worth so much war score. Because it's not my own things that are getting sieged down. Like, I don't own them myself, but they're actually worth a lot of war score. They're still not sieging down Roma or Constantinople, or mainly Roma. That's the main thing. But I am a bit more worried about my income, to be fair. Okay, that probably didn't give me anything. Actually, those sieges is worth as much as mine are. I think sieging down Cordoba, though, should be worth a lot. You would think, right? Because that's the war leader's capital, and usually those are worth a lot of war score. Okay. It's gonna take 3 months. Hopefully we can do that kind of quickly. Yeah, I'm not liking this. If I can get rid of that taken war score, I think that might be the big thing. And hopefully sieging down his capital is actually gonna do that. Because otherwise I don't really know what's giving him the war score. The taking one. I actually don't know. And you're going to start starving soon. Yeah, I think that was the one. It was. So I probably only need like a little bit more, then we could white piece them out. We're actually very close. Long war. It's not been that long, right? What I'm gonna do, I only need to siege down a couple more things. I'm just gonna take my special troops, because I don't think that they are actually here in the vicinity of where I am. And I'm gonna disband these guys because they're gonna starve, and I cannot really support them as well. That's the thing. I need to get your supplies back first, though, because I don't want you to starve. There we go. Siege down this thing. Now I control the war target, so I'm getting the thick and war score. If I can just make sure I get this one siege before they are able to get one, I think I'm not gonna win this by doing that, because I actually need to raise my troops again. That was a bit stupid. Oh, I'm 16, finally! Coming of age, with the help of Verena and the university, I have achieved an understanding of intrigue that far exceeds that of any of my peers. Even though I had a natural inclination towards the subject, my mastery of it is still an achievement. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself rummaging about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. The things Selena put me through as a child still weighs heavy on me. Okay, I became an elusive shadow, which is good. I gained my spouse, and I think I need to get these guys running away. I just need to raise enough troops that I can kill these people, because that Asturian army is actually kind of strong. What I could do, what I actually am going to do, because I have to, is why I cannot raise mercenaries in foreign land. That's a problem. Yeah, my supply is running low. That is a problem. That is an issue. So I'm actually not able to run away. Partly because I don't have a commander. This should only... There's not a lot of men-at-arms. That's something. I am not able to run away. Right. This could go very badly. I'm gonna marry my betrothed. Host the feast, call a hunt. I'm not gonna do any of those things right now because I actually am not able to go for it. I'm gonna go for skullduggery, I think. Or intimidation. I'm gonna go in for intimidation, I think. How well did we turn out? I'm looking really good. She's looking good too. She's a bit lazy, but that's fine. I think I did a mistake when I actually disbanded the rest of my troops. I don't think I should have done so. But done is done, and it cannot be rectified now. Sadly enough. Hopefully we're still gonna win this thing, because otherwise we're gonna have some issues. Some issues is probably an understatement. We're gonna lose half of the empire, and they're sieging me down at a very quick speed right now, as we can all see here. I don't really want to fight this battle though, that's the thing, because they're actually joining in with more troops now. But we actually managed to defeat those people, and we're probably going to defeat the rest of them. We did. So that's a good thing. Good. Now we're going to have to siege down some couple more things so we can win this thing. So I don't have to actually live with losing half of my empire, because that's really not something that I want to happen. So I'm gonna try and bring these guys over to protect those people from those other guys coming here. We are very close. We are incredibly close. I think I only need like this one siege, as long as they don't siege me down in more places, to basically win this thing. So if I just hold out to 20 more days without them sieging something down, I think we're gonna actually be able to white piece them out. And we are. Oh, that feels really good. That actually feels really good. Okay, so we're gonna offer them peace. White peace. Thank you. The faction has disbanded and danger is averted. We only had to lose one level of crown authority, which is okay. I can live with that one. I am still not above my... There we go. I was still above my domain limit. That was the issue. Now, the first thing I need to do is go on a pilgrimage, I think. I'm gonna go on a very long one, I think. Do I have physician? Yes, I do. Cassius Isurian. That's my nephew. My nephew is older than I am. I find that kind of interesting. I don't really look like my first player did, to be fair. We have changed in how we look. See if we can find some nice concubines. Seemingly everyone is related to me. Which I could have as... Are all of these people unmarried? I think that's probably my own fault, that they're all unmarried. So I'm gonna try and just take the best ones to myself. And then I should probably get the rest of them married to someone. That would probably be a smart thing to do. There's a lot... All of my family is huge. But still, we need to have people keep on marrying if I want it to stay that way. Meaning I want it to stay big, strong. That's the thing. Yeah, marry Julian. So we can just get some other people of the family married. Ransom that person. My income is good. What I really want to do, I need to do something about these people. The thing is, they're probably gonna start liking me. That's the thing. Once... The problem with this guy, we are related. He kind of likes me because we are siblings, even. But he has a claim to my title, and he is a kind of a strong guy. So I am allowed to imprison him, and I probably would succeed if I try to. There are some factions, though, which would rise. That's the problem. And if I did execute him, people would be upset with me. He has a little bit of war going on. Interesting. We have to figure that one out, I think. I am an intrigue character, so I could just murder people if I want to. And that's actually something that I'm gonna try and do. If I can. Oh. Punish criminal. Interesting. That's something that I haven't seen before. I think that might be a new thing with one of the new patches. It was a while ago since I read the patch notes. I don't really know, actually. But we are more stable now. That's good. We dealt with the worst of the factions. The other one we had to give in to. Not really that I wanted to, but that was a less severe consequence if I had to give in to that one. That's the reason why I went for that thing. Dedicated pilgrim, a worldly one, or a theatrical one? I'm gonna go for a worldly one, I think. I need the diplomacy is never a bad thing. Although my piety is insanely bad. Probably because I'm not a learning character. Among my fellow pilgrims, there is a woman who preaches compassion and fellowship until she reaches the topic of heathens. Oh, some of that amazing church hypocrisy, you could say. That you should love everyone except the heathens. One evening around the campfire, I have to say that I'm religious myself, so I'm not trying to make anyone upset here. One evening around the campfire, she loudly declares them to be abominable monsters in the eyes of the gods. Deviants and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when she looks at them. Tonight I was quick enough. Do you not agree, O Emperor? They're not all that bad. I would not trust anyone. I guess I like the money, so I'm gonna go for that one. Antonius, my half-brother. My really good half-brother as well. Yeah, right, you can marry one of these, like, gazillion people I have with my family, which aren't married so far to anyone. As I said, we need to do something about that. We are very close to Attila, and we're also very close to being able to go for more research. So that's a good thing. I think it's spreading a bit. Where could you go? The Aquitaine King, is he Roman? He is. I probably want him to stay that way as well. I'm gonna do something about that. It's gonna take 4 years, that's fine. Now that we have dealt with that war, I probably need to go to war with someone, because otherwise people are gonna get upset with me. So that's something I need to do something about. That's something that I need to take? Doesn't seem so. Alright, we have gained all of these good CBs again. Not that I really need to use them. Except if I like want to attack Sweden or something. Sweden is incredibly strong though. There is a lot of things that are very good. He's a patriarch. He's a Norwegian king of Sweden. Oh. That's interesting. So he's the king of Sweden, but he's Norwegian. I guess he's a king of Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. And Scotland as well. So I guess it's... And most of northern Germany, some parts of Poland, Belgium and the Netherlands, as well as Luxembourg and France. So I probably shouldn't be too upset. It's a very ethnically diverse kingdom. Or yeah, kingdom. It's not an empire. It's really an empire, but it still is the kingdom. This is also still is the kingdom which I need to kill. So I'm going to do so by taking yet another thing from him. Yeah, I think that's the best duchy to take. Win it. Where are your capital, by the way? That's a very odd place to have it. Actually, I have to say so. It's very odd to have it down here. Seeing as my income is so good, I might as well just do these things now when things are looking safe. Actually. They're all at maximum now. They're gonna start reinforcing. That's of course gonna increase the cost of raising these guys, but it's still a good thing. I am now a pilgrim. They gave me some more piety, so that's a good thing. And I'm known for dedication to my faith. Well, thank you. Yeah, I really cannot afford my troops. That's an issue. They're very expensive. It's good to be home. Host a feast, call a hunt. I'm gonna go for feast first, I think. A cheery gathering. Yes, it is. I could distract him. I guess I could. I guess I'm going to. In a dusty corner of the library, I find a tome, bound in leather and inscribed with weird symbols partially hidden behind other books. Is this my opportunity to become a witch? It is old, but has obviously seen some recent use, probably my father. As I leaf through it, I quickly come to realization that it deals with some unconventional knowledge. Yeah, sure. The wine merchant should still be in town. Absolutely, I'm a courteous host. I can pay. Okay, I still need some more. But I think it's just gonna go for the cheap way out by disbanding guys and re-raising them. It's gonna take some time, but I don't really have the income to be transporting these guys overseas. To be fair, I don't want to spend that money on it. Because I really don't think that's a good idea. Where could I raise the control? None of the places which I actually own, so it doesn't matter. Good. Oh, you're really the best steward that I have around, and my court chaplain is really bad. And you're very close to being dead. So I'm gonna go for Julius instead, I think. Yeah, sure. I don't care about you, Charles. You can go away. Really. Rutilius, you are a ginger. Interesting. You could marry someone of my family, potentially. I think that's maybe you're too closely related. I think that's might be part of the issue. Not this one, though. Oh, right, I do have his queen. Is that the reason why I have so much war score? No, I have his heir. Which one is that one? Sabert Sedretsson. That guy. Like, I ransomed the rest of them. Sure. Meaning I have made him officially broke. Which is good, I like it. And then I can go on a hunt for money. And hopefully you will get raised somewhat quickly. I have gained a son, and he's actually incredible. He is actually incredible. I love this guy. He is so good. And I think I'm gonna educate him myself. As well as send him to university, of course. That's a lot of money, but I'm gonna pay for it. I send my newborn child to university. Because I'm ambitious. I want this son to be having the best education that money could buy. And seeing as I spent more money on giving him an education than I spend on actually building up my counties, that you would think that that would be a really good education, right? 1,500 gold. That's actually insane. Like, what do they even do at university? What do I have to pay for? That's the thing. Oh, the rise of the Mongols. A new leader, Kagan Temujin, more known as Genghis Khan, has risen up among the scattered tribes of the steppes and declared himself the Genghis Khan, as I said, the ruler of the universe. With a vast tribal army, he has declared war for overlordship of the entire steppe and then the entire world. He has 31,000 troops. Those are special soldiers. I don't really know how good they are at fighting. He has some money. And he has a lot of prestige. And he's an incredible character, of course, as well. I don't know if you ever read... There's some books written by him. Like some fictional books. I don't remember who wrote them. I really liked them, though. About, like, his entire upbringing. Conquer the world. He's free to try. Yeah, lose development. He is, of course, up here. So he's very far away from where we are. So whenever he's gonna get here, I think we might be able to deal with him. I think. What I need to be able to deal with right now is erasing my men-at-arms so I can siege England down. Preferably. Come on. Give them to me. Is no one is seriously thinking about where are the trebuchets? We probably should bring them with us. But they're like, nah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, yet another one who's not married. Of course, I need to find her a spouse. Yeah, marry my grandfather. That's absolutely the way to go for it. I love it. I'm gonna send these guys away. I don't need them. And then I'm gonna take the rest of you and start sieging. My dear grandson, I gladly accept marrying this young woman who just had a child. Who? Oh, yeah, sure. You're not one of the people who actually fought against me, so I don't care about giving you stuff. Not that one. That's his wife. I can be cautious and give him his wife back. I'm not a bad person, I think, so I should probably just go for that. Scheme abandoned. Interesting. Someone tried to claim my throne. Who knew? That people would like to be Roman Emperor. There we go, we won. The force demands, thank you for your contribution. That makes me very happy. I would really like to be able to absorb your kingdom title, but I'm not so far able to do so. So I'm still gonna just create this duchy and give it to someone. And I'm going to give some of these things to other people. Man, the people of my family really do have a lot of traits going for them. Look at this guy. He's a fecund, Herculean, handsome, intelligent man. That's really good. Are you married to anyone, Decimus? Yes, you are. She's not particularly good, though. She's smoking pot. Which I guess is okay, but... in some countries, at least. Not here in Sweden. But in other countries, it's actually okay to do so. Felix. Guys, I do see a lot of people selling pot though while I'm out working, seeing as I am a security guard. But I don't really have it within my powers to do anything about that, except calling the authorities, which is something that you really don't want to put your time in doing, because it takes a long time for them to show up. And they expect you to be there until like they arrive. That's the worst thing, you know. Yeah, like you should show up now. You should stay there until we show up. And you're like, no. I'm not. I have a schedule to keep. So I'm not gonna do that. Absolutely not. Northumbria, my man. Can I take this from you? Yes, I think so. Taking back Hadrian's Wall. I think that's a good thing to do. Making Hadrian proud within his tomb. A servant of Hecate. As I open up my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, Gaius Caesar? I sit up suddenly completely awake. I look around for the source of the unfamiliar man's voice, but there are only shadows. Hecate offers you her blessing. Will you accept it? With all of my heart. Of course I will. I wanted to be a witch, and now I am one again. Oh, we have some Hellenistic people in Palestine. Ugh. I'm gonna host a grand rite to get the free perk, though. The more the merrier. And which one is the most likely? Everyone is as likely as the other one. Again, secrets of knowledge, or I could get a stewardship perk. I think that's kind of an easy one. I am going to go for golden obligations, I think, at that, because that's worth a lot of money. A real lot of money. And I do need money, because I don't actually have that much of it. To be fair, why are all of you becoming Hellenistic again? Like, come on. Jupiterism is so much more fun in comparison. There's no reason to go back to the old ways. They're called the old ways for a reason. Because they're old and bad. I think. They don't allow me to go for Great Holy Wars, that's why they're bad. Yeah, real bad. You have no shame? You do not have any shame. There's a lot of people actually embracing this heresy again. It's mainly going away though, so I don't really worry too much about it. Interesting. He's not my own vassal, so there's not really that much he could demand from me, so I don't really worry too much. And he actually said yes, so that's good. Get these ruffians out of my sight. I could go for an intrigue challenge and make both of them be scared. I think that's a good idea. I get a weak hook on both of them. And it turned out just fine. That's good. And I gained hooks on both of these two people. And the perk. I think, which one would I like to go for? Truth is a relative. I think that's a good one. I think that's a good enough one at least. And go and siege down Northumberland as well. Did he raise like a thing? You are also not married. This is an easy way to find people to marry these women off to. Or finding these women that I need to marry off because they're getting children like out of wedlock, as we can see. Because they're not married to anyone, but they still want to have some fun times. That's the thing. That's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, sure. Making people happy. Yeah, sure, having an alliance with my brother, it's gonna stop him from doing naughty things to me. You would think. At least. Who? Absolutely. I'm gonna change this thing. No title is protected in my realm. None. Because I'm the emperor. I do whatever I want to. For example, taking back Hadrian's Wall. That's something that I want to do. Carlisle and Bambridge. They do have this Hadrian Wall thing which people wanted me to keep. It's good. It's building construction cost, but it's only in this holding. So I don't really know if I want to keep it, because Stonehenge is worth so much more in comparison. So I actually think I'm gonna give these two away. They're not really worth that much to me. There's like no reason to keep them. And I am destroying some runestones as we could see down at the right here, because he's not of my dynasty. And now I have too many vassals. But that's something easily rectified by giving this guy the duchy. Probably didn't change that much though. Okay, I'm gonna take a break here, guys. We dealt with the independence thing, and we also took some more things to the empire, so that's a good thing. So make sure to like this video if you enjoyed me fighting those rebellions. Also giving into one of them, but that's another matter. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you do not miss out on any future uploads in this campaign. And leave a comment down below if there's something that you want to talk about. But thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Take care.